Hey guys, what's going on and welcome back to a brand new video, and today we are going to be rebuilding Lyon with one of the best 4-3-3 tactics I think I've ever used. It is absolutely incredible going forward and very solid at the back, which is sometimes surprising with a 4-3-3. So do stick around for when I break down the tactic. As always, if you guys do enjoy the videos, be sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel and do turn on notifications. But let's start this long and lengthy rebuild. So, when you take on the challenge at Lyon, they are actually predicted to finish third, which I think is generous. I think that's, it possibly could even be lower than that in my opinion. There are a lot of positions which do need strengthening. You've got a lot of players on ridiculous wages, and my aim here is to either try and sell them, if not, try and get your money's worth, because, people like Lacazette, I don't want him sitting here just doing nothing. He needs to work, he needs to be good, and hopefully he will. And I feel like possibly you're looking at 5 to 6 years to do this. I'm hoping we can do it under that. The ideal situation, the aim of this video, is to get them to dominate the French division, is in win it twice, is what I want to do, just to try and, put them over PSG, get some younger players in and see where we can go. When you start off with them, you have 8.6 million, so you're not going to do much in the first window, hardly sign anyone to be honest with you, and I looked into the squad quite in depth, to be honest, as we always like to do using the squad planner. And in goal, you've actually got a good keeper in Lopez. You've got decent backup. So it's not really the key issue. Right back is the key issue. You've only got one player that can actually play the right back. So that is the main aim. We need to bring in a right back for around 8 million or a little bit more with add-ons, because we've only got one. He's bound to get injured at some point. We need to sign a right back. Centre-backs, you obviously got Jerome Boateng, who's currently 33, Luca Bayer, who's a good player, Mendes de Silva, so a few centre-backs there who are actually quite good. At left-back, you've got Tagliafico, a little bit of a hothead, not got much discipline, and Enrique as backup. Not the best, but will do for a few seasons. In DM, you've got Tolisso, a very, very good midfield player. You got Kagare, I think that's how you say that, a fantastic player. Mendes, who can play there as well as centre-back. So that position's quite well covered. In midfield, you've obviously got Awar, you've got Gusto, Lepant, some decent players, but don't get me wrong, not world-class players, but it's not really the main issue. On the right-hand side, you've got Tete, who I'm a big fan of. I definitely want to see if I can afford to sign him permanently after the loan spell, but he is quite costly. But if we can, we will try and sign him. We've also got Serki, we've got Favir, I think that's how you say that. Favir, I'm going to butcher these names, I do apologise. But we've got some good players on the wings. Obviously, Awar can also play on the left-hand side as well. And up front, we've got good options. We've got Lacazette, we've got Moussa Dembele, and if for some reason them two get injured at the same time, we can also turn to a Cambi who can also play on the wing. So in my opinion, for the first season, we can only afford to sign one player anyway, and that player is going to be this guy, Wilfried Sanogo. Now, he does cost a lot more than what we did pay for him, and he can actually also play on the wing, but he is going to be our first choice right back. He's a very attacking right back, and that is exactly what I was going for. He's very good. He could improve a lot as a player. He's already got very good attributes. His tackling is the only thing that I would like to see go up to possibly 13, 14, but he's rapid, good on the ball, great determination, and he can be a real issue and cause a lot of issues for other teams in this French division, in my opinion. He did cost us only 7 million as well, which is an absolute bargain considering what he does actually come in terms of value. You can see a few of the deals that we didn't actually do, but players that did come in. You got Tagliafico for 3.6 million, Lepant coming in for 3.7. So some good players which obviously got brought into the club before I took over, and I'm confident going into this season we can hopefully try and finish at least in the top 4. Now, we are going to be using the amazing Hindle tactic, so I am going to be given full credit when we do break down the tactic to the guy that did Curator. Hats off to him, because it was a pleasure to play with. Definitely one of the best 4-3-3s I have used. There's a lot of different variations of 4-3-3 this year. Typically, the best tactics I've used, 4-2-3-1, 4-3-3, just because they both are really balanced. But this one, I don't know what it was. It was just so good going forward, and also we didn't really look too leaky at the back either. Granted, with this back line, it's definitely not perfect, so it isn't going to be the best to start with, but bring in some centre-backs, bring in possibly some more full-backs, and you're going to have a very, very good team. So let's actually get into the first season and see how we done. So the first season has been done, and we actually managed to finish second, which is really impressive. You're going to have Moussa Dembele come in with 52 goals, Awar come in with 29 assists, 129 goals scored, 46 conceded, and in the French Cup we were also the winners against FC Metz. So we've won a trophy in the first season and also finished second in the division. I would take that any day. Now, in terms of stats, you got 52 goals from Moussa Dembele, Boateng with 19, obviously a lot from set pieces, 18 for Tete, 13 coming in for Lacazette, 7 for Aouar, and then it does drop off a little bit there, but still quite a good mixture of goal scorers in terms of assists. We've got 14. I'm only going to be reading out the standout stats here. We've got 14 for going to be Tete, 13 for Lacazette, Aouar coming in with 29. They're the real standout assisters. 7 there coming in for Singo as well. Obviously, who is going to be our new right back. So we are going to be seeing quite a mixture of assisters and goal scorers, which is massive. And the main aim I really want to try and make this happen is I want to try and sign Tete on the permanent, because obviously if we lose him, we're going to be losing 18 goals and 14 assists. He also had a very good average match rating, and he's done everything I'd want a winger to do, so that is crucial. And to do that, we have been given 34 million, so we are going to have to try and spend majority of it on getting Tete to probably stay, to be honest. Whether we can use installments is a different story. So let's get into this transfer window for the second season, and hopefully we can make him sign permanently. Well, the transfer window went a lot better than what I thought, because we actually managed to bring in 3 players. The first one is going to be Tete, obviously a player that we did have last season, done very well, and I don't really need to talk about him because his stats talk for himself from last season. His attributes as well are really good. He's only 23 years of age. He could become a star French league player, which is exactly what we want to be seeing. He could, potentially become the next Neymar. You never know. Good finishing for a winger, good pace, good agility, good technique on him as well. And in my opinion, a fantastic player for this side and a player we had to keep. We then go over and we signed Stanisic, who previously did play for Bayern. He is going to be a centre-back who can also play right-back and left-back. A fantastic player again. Great tackling. Not the quickest when it comes to the acceleration. Good pace, but not the quickest off the mark. But great determination, good teamwork. And again, a very good player purely because he can cover he can cover 3 positions, which is exactly what we need because our depth isn't the best. And the last player was a little bit of a treat. I wasn't actively looking for him, but he was cheap, to be honest, to the player you're getting, and that is going to be Xavi Simons. And he is honestly a player who I've wanted to pick up for a long time in FM, not necessarily in this save directly, but when I saw him, I was like, do you know what? We need a young midfielder that is going to be playing with us the entire save, and this guy is the perfect package. Already got fantastic attributes when it comes to it. At his age of 20, he can grow as well, and what you're getting with him is a player that can play several positions in midfield, up the pitch, a little bit deeper as well, and he fits into the team so well. And we actually spent 88 million in total. We spent 60 million on Tete. Now, this was done in installments as well. I did not have 60 million to purely fork out for him. It was 4 million coming in for Stanisic, which is an absolute steal, and only 23.5 million for Xavi Simons from PSV. Now, in my opinion, we got some very good players for very little money, in my opinion, especially with the likes of Xavi Simons and Stanisic. Tete, we did pay a little bit more than what I ideally would have wanted, but you pay for what you get. And when you've got a player that has recently had a great season, the club that you're buying him from wants to probably keep him. They know that you want him as well. They're going to charge you what they want. And unfortunately, we did have to pay 60 million after the add-ons, and it is what it is. But this is going to be the team going into the next season. It's going to be Lopez, Singo, Stanisic making his way into the starting 11, Jerome Boateng, Tagliafico, Kagare, Simons, Aouar, Tete, Lacazette on the left-hand side, and Dembele leading the line up front. So let's get into this second season, and hopefully we can maintain that second position. It might be a bit too soon to win the French League, but you never know. Let's get into the second season. So the second season has been done, and we've done it, guys. We've managed to win one of the 2 required, I'm going to say Premier League, French League trophies that I really do want. And we've done it only by a point, so it's very close, but we've done it. That's all that matters. We've also won the French Cup again against Bordeaux. Unfortunately, we did lose to PSG in the Trophée des Champions, and we did make it all the way to the semi-finals in the Champions League as well, but we matched up against a very informed Real Madrid that did knock us off the perch, and unfortunately, we just couldn't make it any further. Bringing in 1 centre-half helped out massively in goals conceded, only conceding 23, and we were the best at scoring goals, scoring 112. Now, player stats, and there's one standout man here, Moussa Dembele with 66 goals. 15 goals for Xavi Simons, Lacazette with 15, 15 for Tete, Aouar coming in with 15, with 13. Don't want to overhype him too much. And Stanisic coming in with 7. In terms of assists, we're going to have 16 for Tagliafico, Singo coming in with 11, 29 for Aouar, 25 for Tete, 10 coming in for Lacazette, 6 for Simon. So what we're seeing, signing Tete was the real crucial part of this, guys. It really was. 15 goals, 25 assists is absolutely outrageous. For me, if we wouldn't have signed him, it only would have made it more harder, because we could have signed another winger, yes, but we knew what we were going to get from him, because obviously we were lucky enough to have him on loan. We saw what he could do, and we've had that little bit of trust in him. We've spent big money on him, and he's returned with a very, very good season. Also dropping a good match rating on average as well. So overall, a great season. Obviously managed to win the French League, win a French trophy as well, get to the semis of the Champions League. I don't think anyone can complain. We're only 2 seasons into this, and we have been given nearly £70 million to spend going into the 3rd season. And this season, I would love to win the French League back-to-back. I feel like that would insert a little bit of dominance in the French division and really knock PSG off the perch. So let's get into the 3rd transfer window and see exactly who we can bring in. So we kick things off by signing a backup goalkeeper. That is right. That is going to be Tenas. Previously from Barcelona, he wasn't a very expensive option, and to be honest, he's not the best at the moment, but he has got the potential to become a leading French League player, and that is exactly all we need. We just want someone that's happy as backup, which he is, and has got decent attributes in case he does need to play, which he does, and also has potential, which he does. So he is the perfect player to sign for this team. We then go over to a backup striker. Possibly it's going to be the starting striker, and I got him purely because he was available. He was very unhappy at Manchester United, and the price tag was right. That is going to be Gonçalo Ramos, a fantastic player. He's already a leading French League player, and he's only 23 years of age. Good finishing, reasonably quick. When you first see him, you probably think, you know what, his attributes don't even stand out too much. And granted, they could be better, his attributes overall, but you are getting a fantastic striker. And because I've already seen what he does do, trust me, this signing did pay off. And what a signing this was. We then go over and we sign Diop on the left-hand side, a fantastic winger, previously playing for Nice. He had a fantastic season last year, and I sort of poached him from a competitor, to be honest. Not the best finishing is the only thing I would improve on him personally, but you are getting 16 acceleration, 16 pace, good determination, good flair, good technique, good first touch. So you're getting a lot more positives than what you are negatives. And he's only 24 years of age as well, and he's already a leading French League player. We then go over to what is going to be Adebayo from Fulham, a player that I actually did sign in the Watford rebuild, and I was a big fan of him. 14 tackling, good pace in him, good acceleration, very tall as well, good composure, good jumping, 26 years of age. He's a star French League player. He's unlikely to improve, but it's not really an issue. He's already got that 4-star ability, which is easily good enough to walk his way in to our starting 11. And this is going to be how we spent the money. It's going to be 19.5 million on Adebayo, which in my opinion is an absolute steal, considering he's worth 40 million. And we also went and we spent on Tenas, we spent 12.5 million. Gonçalo Ramos, only 36 million from Manchester United. And Diop, only 38 million after the add-on. So in my opinion, absolute steal on some of these players. We've had a few players leave on the free because they wouldn't accept contracts or we couldn't sell them. But we've definitely come out of this transfer window 10 times stronger. And this is going to be what happened in the next season. Now, this was a bit of a surprise because I wasn't expecting Ramos to come in and instantly take over that first team striker role, but he's done it. And we've managed to win the league again, which is a massive accomplishment, but we also managed to win the other trophies as well, the Trophy de Champion and the French Cup, making it 3 times of beating PSG where we can in this division. Again, the Champions League is something now which is a little bit of me which wants to keep going until we're able to at least get to the final, and that is what we're going to do. So we are going to be doing another season. But this season was a fantastic season. We seem to be improving slowly as the seasons go on, which is why I want to keep going until we do see some success in European competitions. 104 goals scored and only 31 conceded. In terms of stats, we're going to have Gonçalo Ramos coming in with 48 goals, Tete coming in with 29, Diop coming in with 19 in his first season, 18 coming in for Xavi Simons, Arabayo coming in for 18 goals as well, and Iwar coming in with 10. In terms of assists, we're going to have 33 coming in for Iwar. He's been such a key talisman in that midfield. 7 assists coming in for Simons, or Simmons, whatever you want to say. 11 assists coming in for Diop, 18 coming in for Tete, and Ramos coming in with 12. So we are seeing a very nice sort of broad, spectrum of players that are sort of contributing, whether that be assists, whether that be goals. We are seeing lots of contributions from different areas of the pitch, and that is exactly what we want to be seeing. Now, going into the next season, we have been given £44 million to spend, and I feel like this could be enough to possibly strengthen to get to the point to get to the finals of the Champions League. That is the main aim. We want to try and get to that at least, and hopefully, if we can, win it. And to do that, with this £44 million, we have turned to Artur Fiata. Now, this is a player I've been trying to get in pretty much since the start. For the first couple of seasons, it was the fact of a mixture, actually. We couldn't afford him and he didn't want to join. But now he's seen us win the league so many times and also win the French Cups, he probably wants to join and he can partner Arabayo. And that is an incredible partnership at the back. Fantastic attributes, 15 tackling, reasonably quick, great anticipation, good bravery, good heading, good determination, good position and good strength. And he partners Arabayo perfectly. We then go and sign Dest again because we needed a backup left back this time. This guy can play in that position and also cover right back. Again, not the best of the best, but can do a great job. And we also sign Fabian Rieder, who again is my go-to player when I'm a few years in and I want a good midfielder that can play in several roles in midfield, that's also quite young. This guy is a perfect package. He doesn't cost a lot of money. His attributes are real standout. 17 technique, 17 vision, 16 passing, 16 first touch, 17 decisions, 16 concentration. I don't need to go on. The midfield stats or attributes, whatever you want to say, are really good. He's already a Lyon French league player and could improve slightly. He's only 23 years of age and would slot into this team like a dream. We don't stop there though, because I needed another option for the wing, someone that could improve slightly as well, and that is going to be Jeremy Doku. Previously from Rennes, didn't have the best time there, to be honest, and I'm hoping we can change that. Again, not got the best finishing, but what you are getting with him is a tricky player, rapid on the ball, fantastic bravery, good bit of flair on him as well, and it's just a player you can work with and you can improve, as you can see down here. He's got the potential to become a leading French league player. At the moment, it's just good. But I feel like we can turn him in to a very good player because he's got the right personality for it. He's still only 23. We don't want another Lingard situation where, he just potential and nothing happens with him. Hopefully we can make something happen with Doku, and he's a great player to have at the club. And the money we spent on these players, we didn't even spend that big, to be honest. We only spent 35 on Fiata from Rennes. Des cost us 17 after the instalments. Rieder cost us 5.2 million, which is an absolute outrageous bargain. And Doku cost us 15 million from Rennes. So we've actually taken a couple players off Rennes, so expect to see them have quite a difficult season. And going into what is going to be, is this the 4th season, I believe? The 4th season, this is going to be the team. Lopez, Singo, Arabayo, Fiata, this wonderful partnership now. Tagliafico, Karake there, Rieder steps into midfield, our Tete, Diop and Ramos. So let's get into this last season and hopefully we can see a bit of an improvement in the Champions League. As for the rest, all we can do is hope that we can continue winning the French League, because that would be, I believe, 3 on the bounce. So the 4th season then has been simulated and it's the full package. It really is. Well, apart from the Trophy de Champion, we managed to win the French League. We also managed to win the Champions League, which I did not think I'd be saying with Lyon inside of 4 seasons, and the French Cup against PSG, scoring 120 goals, only conceding 20 as well. Gonçalo Ramos scoring 64 goals in this season. Iwar contributing with 34 assists as well. Pretty much the king of assists in this save. Going over to the squad then. We'll go to goals. 64 goals from Ramos. Tete with 33. What a signing Tete was, by the way. 14 for Simons, Iwar coming in with 14, 12 for Arabayo, Doku coming in with 12, a good season for him as well, considering he was used as a sub majority of the time, 11 for Fiata and 8 for Rieder. assists. We have got 34 for Rawar. Reader coming in with 21, so a great season for him. 17 for Singo from right back. 12 for Diop from the left-hand side. 12 for Tete. Fiata coming in with 9. And Simons coming in with 8. Now, one thing I don't usually do, but let's look at the data hub then. So, team attacking, 3.53 in this division goals per game, and defending, 0.59. So that defence is so solid, and this talks levels for how good this tactic actually is, as well as the players we've brought in. We have got to take some credit, but we've won pretty much everything possible. We've had some great 4 years at the club, and we've left them with a great team as well. In fact, we are going to spend a little bit of time and looking at that right now. We have left them with Lopez and Tinas, who can take over Lopez. The right back position has got countless players. You've got 4 very good players there. Centre back you've been blessed with Fiata, Arabayo, Diamande, Luca Bea, Stanisic. Left back, you've got Tagliafico still, who is getting on, but you have been left with money to replace him. You've got Enrique still, you've got Desic can play there, Stanisic. Midfield, we didn't really need to sign anyone in this position, to be honest, because we naturally had good players. The only player that can play there now that we did bring in is going to be Reader, who, by the way, look at that value now. What a signing that was. Midfield, you've been left with Xavi Simons, Awar, a few of the familiar faces that we did see in this position here. The left-hand side, you've got Serki, you've got Favir, you have also got Diop, Doku, so these are the main players really. On the right-hand side, we've got Teti, Serki again, Doku, Diop, very versatile wingers we've left them with. And up top, we left them with Dembele, we left them with Ramos, we left them with Doku, who can play there, Serki, some really good players. And we've also left them with £30 million transfer budget and a £96 million overall balance. Status rich. So we've left them very well in terms of financial and their current side. And the last thing we've got to do is break down the tactic. But before we do that, please do be sure to smash a like on this video and do comment on what team you want to see rebuilt next. And I'll do my best to find a tactic either from the community or one that I make myself to rebuild that team with. Do let me know in the comments, and do subscribe to the channel as well if you are enjoying these constant uploads that you are seeing inside of FM23. So this is going to be the 4-3-3 that we did use within this rebuild if you are interested. And this is going to be the amazing Hindle. Full credit goes to the tactic creator. The link can be found in the description, and that will take you to a website, so do show some love in the comments for him as well. Now, let's break down this amazing tactic then. So we're going to start off with an attacking mentality. In possession, it's going to be fairly wide, pass into space, overlap right and left, play out of defence, shorter passing directness, a higher tempo, run at defence, work the ball into the box, and low crosses. In transition, counter press, counter when the ball has been won, distribute quickly and throw the ball long. Out of possession, you want to have a standard defensive line, high press line of engagement, much more often, and prevent short goalkeeper distribution. Going over to the player roles, obviously a very key part of the video. The sweeper keeper is going to be told to defend, take fewer risks, and tackle harder. The right back is a wing back automatic, pass it shorter, cross from byline, shoot less often, sit narrower, close down more, tackle harder, and run wide with the ball. The left back is going to be a wing back, also on the automatic duty, pass it shorter, cross from byline, shoot less often, sit narrower, close down more, tackle harder, and also run wide with the ball. 2 ball playing defenders this time, and the left-hand sided one is going to be told to pass it shorter, dribble more, stay wider, tackle harder, take more risks, and hold position. The right back, or the right centre back, sorry, is going to be a defender or defend duty as well. Pass it shorter, dribble more, shoot less often, stay wider, tackle harder, take more risks, and hold position. Going over to the 3 in midfield is going to be a DM for the first position. On defend, take fewer risks, shoot less often, dribble less, and hold position. Over to the left-handed side is going to be a box-to-box, works so well in a sort of 3 in midfield. Shoot less often, tackle harder, and roam from position. The most attacking midfield player we have is going to be, in this case, Awar. Advanced playmaker, get further forward, tackle harder, shoot less often, dribble more, and take more risks on the attack duty as well. The left-hand side, the front 3, is going to be 2 inside forwards. On the left-hand side, you've got shoot less often on attack, by the way, roam from position, tackle harder, mark tighter, dribble more, cut inside with the ball, take more risks, cross less often and get further forward. On the right hand side, you've got attack as well. Shoot less often, tackle harder, mark tighter, dribble more, cut inside with the ball, take more risks, cross less often, and get further forward. And that leaves us with one more player to do, and that is going to be the advanced forward. On attack, nice and simple, move into channels, and that is going to be simple. But if you guys do want to download this tactic, as I said, I did not make it, so do give credit to the guy from the link. Leave a nice comment on this channel as well, and also on the website where you find the tactic. Do hype him up, because it is a very, very good tactic, and it worked really well with Lyon, I must say. If you guys have enjoyed this video, then please do show some love on the video by leaving a like. Do subscribe to the channel as well and turn on notifications. There's tons of content. I do also want to make it clear to you guys as well, if you want to see more videos from me, I do also post on FM Scout as well. A fantastic channel, lots of good content on there as well. There's usually 2 tactics a week that you can see from me on there. So you are actually at the moment getting sort of 4 tactics a week from me. So lots of content coming out for you guys. So any support does mean a lot. But that is going to be it for me today, guys, and I will see you in the next one.